Hello everyone, I'm Sandy. This is Dillon.
Hello.
This is Hubert.
Hello.
And today we're playing Left 4 Dead. The first one.
Yes, you somehow managed to convince us to come sit in your disgusting roach-infested basement to play video games on your filthy computer.
Dillon, I'm not making you do this. It's not like I'm forcing you to be here. And also, roaches are a big problem here. I can guarantee you that most people in the city have roaches not only in their basement, but also in their bedrooms, kitchens, and other household places. I bet you have roaches in your basement.
Sandy, I don't have a basement, and also, yeah, okay, you aren't forcing me to be here. I just didn't have anything better to do today. That's the only reason I'm here.
Personally, I like the idea of us sitting here and playing video games together. It sounds fun and like a good bonding experience.
Hubert, you find everything fun. I seriously think you could find enjoyment in anything. I bet you could find enjoyment in that new Powerpuff reboot. And that thing is horrible. It's like they sucked the soul out of that poor show and every character in it, and now they're just lifeless corpses running around looking for poor children to feast upon. Much like the zombies in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, that show was awful, and the fact that you think that I'd find joy in something that mindless is quite frankly insulting and hurts me deeply.
You know, I was watching a Hot Diggity Demon video on this recently, and he said without the spice to counteract the sweetness, there's just too much sweetness, and frankly, I agree.
I do too. What made the Powerpuff Girls so awesome is the fact that they were absolutely adorable, yet would kick your teeth in if you so much said anything involving committing crime or anything that just generally upset them. That show was nothing more than just some mindless thing to put your kids in front of to keep them distracted while you go shopping.
You know, it's funny how parents would say that TV and video games would rot your brain, which I never thought was true. But now, with what I'm seeing on TV nowadays, I'm thinking that's becoming a reality.
I think that would make a good movie. Little kids' minds rotting, turning them into zombies who would then feast upon the people who manage to stay away from the horrors of modern kids' television.
It'd make a good movie, except for the fact that zombies have been done to death. Pun intended.
I don't know, like, has it really been done to death?
Sandy, we are literally playing a video game about zombies. And also, have you seen all the zombie movies out there? There's thousands, millions of zombie movies. Some good and some absolutely horrible. The only zombie movies that I've enjoyed is Night of the Living Dead, just the Living Dead series. All of those movies are kind of okay.
Yeah, but we could try to twist that around to add some message about the overuse of zombies in media as well.
I don't know, it seemed like it'd be too much for one movie, especially if you, Sandy, tried to do this. I think the message would just seem ham-fisted and contrived.
What? Hubert, are you saying I'm not a good writer?
Sandy, you haven't actually written a story since 5th grade, and that story was a rip-off of someone else's that you found on the internet.
I added my own spin to it. Different things happened.
Sandy, you literally stole that story beat for beat.
Yeah, that story was pretty much the same thing as the one you ripped off of. The only thing different about it was the name of the characters and the setting. Not to mention that the pacing was horrible. The main character was already in a town and was well known by the 5th chapter, and each chapter was only like 5 pages long.
I was in 5th grade, and that notebook I was writing in only had a certain amount of pages. You can't expect a 10-year-old to know how to properly pace a story and come up with their own ideas.
Sandy, there have been several great stories written by 10-year-olds.
Yeah, Hubert, then name one. Name one great story written by a 10-year-old.
I can't remember the name of it, but I read this story about this kid who joins this father in the war and finds out his family hasn't been doing anything on the front lines like his father and uncle had told their village, and instead were mining resources for their army. It was a good story and a good read too.
Did the kid ever come clean about it?
No, he kept up the lie.
What? Why would he do that?
He didn't want to tarnish his family's name or something like that. It's hard to recall exactly what happened. I read it in middle school.
I'd honestly care more about honor in this case. Like, if I would come clean about this and get rewarded, I'd take it.
You'd sell out your own family for riches. Not even guaranteed riches? That's cold, Sandy.
I'd keep up the lie. Personally, family is more important to me.
I would first make sure I would get riches, then sell them out.
What? You call me cold, but you do the same thing?
Well, the difference is, you'd be doing it for the possibility of riches, while I'd first make sure there are riches.
How would you even be going about doing that?
I don't know, ask around town, but, be subtle about it.
You just walk around town and subtly ask. What would you say? Hey, Joseph.
Joseph?
It was the first thing that come to my head. Anyway, hey Joseph, let's say there was someone lying about the position they were in the army. Do you think the person who exposed them would get rewarded with anything?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. That's too specific.
Well then what would you say then?
I don't know, just not that.
We're assuming that anything bad would happen to them if they were exposed. I think if anything, the most that would happen is people would think poorly of them.
I don't know. They betrayed the trust of the whole village. I think it all depends on the time period. What time period was this in?
I don't know the time period, but the village was in Alaska.
Alaska? What wars would be going on in Alaska? It's a barren, freezing, snow-covered wasteland.
I don't know, it could have been a fantasy novel.
It wasn't.
Then what wars would be happening in Alaska?
I don't know. You two are expecting me to remember too much of a story I read in 7th grade.
I mean, it could be a tribe war.
A tribe war. What would they be fighting about?
Food, land, resources. You know, the stuff that people usually fight about. It's hard for me to focus when the game is lagging so bad.
Yeah, Sandy, what the hell is going on? Why is your game shitting itself?
I don't know, it's probably the graphics or something. I'll turn stuff down as we continue playing.
Why don't you just get a better computer?
It isn't even actually a computer, it's just 3 monitors hooked up to a ThinkPad laptop.
A ThinkPad? Aren't those the things they had us use in high school? Those were garbage and so busted.
It's also still running Windows 7.
Windows 7? Sandy, why haven't you updated?
Hey, don't diss the ThinkPadinator. And my brother is sending me a better computer. Also, Windows 10 is also garbage.
The ThinkPadinator? That is such a bad name. Sandy, you could have done better.
I like it. It's a nice Terminator reference, even though you've only seen Judgment Day and Salvation.
God, Salvation was so bad. We had to turn it off for a bit just so we could get a little break from it.
I've never seen it.
Good.
Sandy is right. It's awful and not worth watching. And from what I heard, Dark Fate wasn't that good either.
Going back to the Windows 7 thing, I would just like to say, at least I can run games like Fallout 3 without spending 3 hours trying to get it to work.
I seriously don't get why they haven't made a remaster of any of the old Fallout games.
Todd Howard had said that the reason they haven't done remasters is because he likes the feel of the older games.
Yeah, but they could at least do a patch for Fallout 3 so it can run on newer versions of Windows. And didn't Bethesda literally make a remaster of Skyrim where they improved the graphics and shit?
Yeah, but what Todd Howard says kind of just goes, and honestly, it's just better not to argue with it.
What about Fallout New Vegas?
What about it?
Does it run better on Windows 7?
I don't know. I haven't tried it out. I'm sort of waiting for an actual PC to get here until I start installing a bunch of games. Besides, I just know that if I installed any Bethesda game, I'd just mod the hell out of it for hours. And I don't want to do that on this laptop because of the insufficient space.
Why does your brother even have your computer?
Well, it's not exactly my computer, it's still his. He's just giving it to me after he gets a new motherboard for it.
What happened to the motherboard?
Well, it broke. That computer has seen better days. In fact, my mom's ex-husband ran over that computer on an accident.
How did he even manage that?
I don't even know how he did it. I mean, like, he's an idiot is how, but it completely fucked the graphics card up. I'm even surprised that computer was even able to run for as long as it did after that.
Here's hoping it gets here soon, then, so we don't have to deal with the lagging anymore.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you know, though, it might be a while. He's dealing with some heavy shit right now. His dog got attacked by a chicken, and it seriously fucked that dog up.
A chicken? How does that even happen?
Well, he owns chickens, and I guess they all just ganged up on the dog while he was out of the house, and killed him. His kid, who had let him in the back in the first place, saw it all happen right in front of him.
Jeez, that poor kid.
Yeah, that kid's gonna need lifelong therapy after the carnage he witnessed. My brother sent me a picture and there was blood everywhere. He told me that someone had even gotten his kid's mouth.
What's your brother gonna do with the chickens now?
Oh, he told the kid to go back inside, and once the kid left, he grabbed a wood chopping axe and immediately started hacking chickens' heads off left and right.
Don't chickens still run around after their heads are chopped off?
Yeah, my dad told me once the reason that happens is because they barely even use their brains anyways, so they just run around afterwards.
Is that even true?
I don't know.
You should have saved your pipe bomb, Sandy. And why aren't you using your med kit?
I have a Molotov, and I'm not using my med kit because I try to let the NPCs use their kits on me so I can save mine for a later date.
Sandy, if you keep doing that, you'll eventually run out of NPCs to do that for you, as they'll all slowly die.
There's other healing items, and besides, they'll just come back to the next map. We aren't doing this in one sitting.
Wow.
What? It's true.
That's not teamwork, Sandy. Teamwork is to work together to survive. That's the only way you'd get out of this situation alive.
It is teamwork. They're using their kits on me to allow me to survive to the end.
It doesn't look like you're surviving this situation.
Yes, I am. I am very clearly surviving this situation.
You're on 16 health and are currently being attacked by a massive horde of undead. Yeah, surviving.
Hey, I'm helping Lewis, okay? He's in worse shape than I am.
Congratulations, you're being a decent human being.
I could just leave him. I could just leave him and just go to that safety room, but I'm not, because I'm a good person.
Are you gonna heal him though?
No, Francis is clearly healing him, and besides, I need my kit. Look at my health.
Bad person.
What? How does that make me a bad person? I need my health kit right now. You guys are giving me crap. You guys are just wanting to make me feel bad, is what's happening here. See, I'm using my medkit. Happy. I'm putting it to good use. And Lewis is fine.
God.
Couldn't even get the name right. Bad person.
I am not a bad person. But, anyway, we've reached the safety room, guys, and this is the end. We're ending this episode here, okay? And you two, we're gonna have a discussion after the show after this, because frankly, I am upset by this. Anyway, we've reached the safety room. Everyone is alive. We're all good people, okay? At the end of the day, we're all good people. I've been Sandy.
I've been Dillon.
And I've been Hubert.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
So we've determined that Sandy isn't a good person, right?
Yes, we have.